What's good, YouTube? Once again, it's the one and only OG Hollywood, man. And we back at it, man, with another Cellie story. But you always got to do this, man, and hit that like, man. Hit that like button, and most of all, subscribe, man. That's what makes the channel powerful. So let's hit that like button, and let's hit that subscription, man. Let's try to get these numbers where they need to be. Today we're gonna get into a Cellie story, man. I'm gonna call this Cellie story here the one-eyed monster, man. The one-eyed monster. And for those that don't know what the one-eyed monster is, man, it's the most treacherous thing in prison. Picture this. Walking into an environment, you probably got about roughly 100 and some men in the day room all at one time, right? And we all got to watch one TV. We all got to watch one TV, especially when I went to prison. This is what the setup right here, man. On an everyday basis, get up, go to work. I mean, you know, ain't no telling where your ass might be working at. Some niggas work in the field, some work in the kitchen, some SSI, some in the yard squad. I mean, you had everybody working everywhere, right? But what we did have in common is watching the same TV. And to some people might be like, oh shit, it ain't nothing but TV. Nah, it's bigger than TV. Because when certain things come on TV, you got certain people who will watch certain things, right? But that wasn't the case in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, man. That wasn't the case, man. I mean, you know, I can't speak for all the other prisons around, not saying that they setup is less dangerous than the setup I was in, but I know for a fact the setup I was in was dangerous as hell. Dangerous as hell. And the reason why I'm painting a picture for you before I get into the story, because I want you to walk through the day room with me. Walk through the day room with me. So now, doors roll, right? And when the doors roll, you know, it all depends on what row you stay on. If you stay on, you know, one row, you just come out the cell and you walk straight to the day room. But if you stay on 2 row, you have to come down the stairs, go in the day room. And shit, if you're on 3 row, you have to come down 3 flights of stairs and go to the day room. And in some cases, your ass might be on 4 row, right? But I'm not gonna speak on that because I ain't never been on a unit with 4 rows on it. All the units I've been on had 3 rows. But nevertheless, the danger still existed over that one-eyed monster. That's what I call it, because it was a motherfucking monster. Because if you do the wrong thing on the wrong day and fuck with that one-eyed monster, it'd be the last day that you ever do it, right? So, like I said, can't speak on other prisons or other states on how they setup may be, but the setup I was in was a bad motherfucker. It was a bad motherfucker. You had your Hispanics on one side, you had your blacks on one side, and you had your white boys on one side, right? So here's the deal, man. On this particular day, man, and I'm just gonna call it, you know, this individual, man, TY, man. Shout out TY, man. TY from Texas, right? So on this particular day, man, we turn out for work. We going to work, you know, shit, coming back in for chow, you know, everybody go shower, do what they do, you know what I'm saying? And TY had been doing this shit for a long time, man. Fucking with that one-eyed monster, right? And you know one thing, you can only warn a man so many times before destruction set in, right? Now, like I say, you know, to some people, this might be kind of graphic when I go through it, but I'm going through it due to the fact, man, because it's real, but at the same time, it's raw. You know what I'm saying? And it's humorous and it's not. It all depends on what you get from it. But nevertheless, it's still my prison stories, right? And I don't intend for this shit to be funny. Not this one. I intend for this shit to be real because that's what it is. It's real and it's raw. And like I said, walk with me through this story and you'll understand why you don't fuck with that one-eyed monster, aka TV, right? Because it's 100-something men in the day room. It's already a struggle on what we're gonna watch, how we're gonna watch it, when we're gonna watch it, and all this was crazy ass shit, right? And this was the first time that I ever seen a man get introduced to a chemical substance by way of hot water, bleach, and magic shade. Yeah, magic shade. So anyway, on this particular day, man, and if I can remember, it was about the motherfucking Dallas Cowboys, right? The Dallas Cowboys, because you had a lot of Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, all kind of motherfucking cities in this one day room. Keep in mind, it's one TV, and we all can watch what we want to watch, right? So it's kind of like, you know, you have to take all this shit to the round table, man, and, you know, come up with a certain number and vote and all this shit. Sometimes a lot of you come in the day room and say, well, who want to watch the Cowboys? You know, it's kind of like being in motherfucking preschool. You know, you got to raise your hand. Oh, I want to watch the Cowboys. Who want to watch the Oilers? I want to watch the Oilers. Keep in mind, I said Oilers. So that's how long ago that they had one TV in the day room. It wasn't the Houston Texans it was the motherfucking Houston Oilers, right? In other words, when I was in prison, the shit was real and raw. So anyway, check this out. That's how they used to do. Come in the day room, take a motherfucking head count, raise your hand, what you want to watch, and all this old pussy ass shit, right? So you know everybody ain't gonna take too kindly to losing, right? And then the winner, of course, what they gonna do, they gonna high side, sit back, go get all their little old snacks and all this old shit, you know, because they felt like they won. But not on this particular day. Not on this particular day. Like I said, T.Y. was somewhat of a TV bully. Yeah, he was a TV bully. And sometimes niggas do that, man, because they know they got the backing of the home team, and whatever the case may be, if it go down, then it go down. But T.Y. would always walk up to the TV when he didn't win or the shit didn't go his way or the motherfucking Cowboys lose. He gonna unplug the TV, stand up in the day room, you know, and not to say that a motherfucker ain't never got with him, because I've seen several motherfuckers get at him and he got at them, right? You know what I'm saying? What we call recreation. You know what I'm saying? You do a little recreation shit, you know, and the shit is over with. But it never did get to the extent to where you had a big clash, right? But on this particular day, it didn't end well for T.I., man. Keep in mind, like I said, the first time I ever seen a motherfucker get introduced to magic shade, bleach, and hot water. Imagine this. You taking that magic shade in your cell, right? You know, you put it on your beard and shit, man, and makes your motherfucking hair come off your face, and your face all smooth like motherfucking baby face nails. You know, it gives you a good look, right? But on the back end of that shit, add some bleach and hot water to it and see what kind of look you get in your face when the motherfucker throw it on you, right? But this was a weapon that was used by motherfuckers in prison that want to fuck you up. It was a weapon of mass destruction. In other words, what I say about mass destruction, when a motherfucker hit you with it, your ass ain't gonna be recognized when it get through putting the work in on you, right? So anyway, we going on about our day, man, and like I say, go to work, do our normal prison shit, come back in, okay, boom, it's game time. You know what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers over here playing a game of knock. You got motherfuckers over here playing a game of just straight dominoes, and you got other motherfuckers over here, you know, just doing what they normally do in prison, man. So the day room, like I said, is kind of settled. You know, ain't nobody doing no motherfucking tripping, man. Like I said, this was my first time seeing a motherfucker get hooked up like this. I done seen the motherfuckers get hit in the head with, you know, all type of foreign objects, fan motors, you know, motherfuckers hit a motherfucker with locks, all this old motherfucking graphic shit, right? But on this particular day, man, never forget, it was a bad day for my nigga T.Y. It was a bad day for T.Y., man. Probably his worst experience that he's ever had since he's been in prison, man. So the vote is in, right? The vote is in. T.Y. win. Watching the motherfucking Cowboy game, right? We watching the Cowboy game, man, you know, and at that particular time, man, there's a lot of people that, you know, that didn't like the Cowboys, man. That's one of the reasons he was so motherfucking happy that we won the vote to watch the game, because the game itself, they got their ass whooped. So that made it even more worse. You know what I'm saying? After the fact that they won the motherfucking TV vote, right? So now, you know, as the game go on and you know, motherfuckers, you know, like I said, still doing what they doing in the motherfucking day room. But the number one rule, don't fuck with that one-eyed monster, because it can get your ass sent places, right? And on this particular day, his worst day of his whole motherfucking penitentiary career, right? And he fucking with the wrong motherfucker, right? Because we all know, man, everybody in prison ain't no squabbler. Everybody ain't gonna do no motherfucking fight, man. That shit just don't play out like that unless you watching some TV shit. You know what I'm saying? If you watching TV, then everybody might squabble, move a little furniture, you know what I'm saying? Nah, it just don't play out like that. Sometimes motherfuckers want to send your ass to the house. You know what I'm saying? They want to send your ass to the house and be done with it, because motherfuckers don't want to sit back and got to wash their back, and here you come the next day busting their motherfucking head with a fan motor, right? You know, these are the breaks. So anyway, on this particular day, man, you know, my boy T.Y. unplugged the TV. Boom. He pissed off because the Cowboys lost. You know what I'm saying? So now you got everybody sitting around the day room looking at him like this. You know what I'm saying? He a regular, man. And everybody know how he is just in his motherfucking emotions, right? You know what I'm saying? And later on, he'll cool off. He been getting away with this shit for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Long time. But on this particular day, he had to pay the motherfucking pipe. He had to pay the pipe. So, boom. Motherfucking Mexicans didn't take too kind to that shit, right? They didn't take too kind to that shit. So, T.Y. goddamn me get into it with the Mexicans. So they arguing back and forth, they arguing, you know what I'm saying? Nothing transpired, not this day. There's nothing happened that day. See, I think he win. He can't leave the shit alone. He can't leave it alone. So he continue to fuck with this man, right? Continue to fuck with this man. Now, and when you turn out for work, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes motherfuckers turn out for work and they play on the people at the motherfucking desk. My boots tore up. You know what I'm saying? I sprained my ankle, all this other type of shit. Just not, turn out for work, man. That's another goddamn story. I'm going to give you this one right here about T.Y., man. First time his ass was ever introduced to hot water and bleach. And the number one substance, magic shade, right? So anyway, man, turn out for work, dude. We do come back in, man, and go to the day room, the same day room with that one motherfucking TV. And my boy T.Y., he was a TV monster, man. All he want to do is watch motherfucking TV. You know what I'm saying? As if he didn't even have no fucking TV before he came to prison. You know, sometimes niggas don't have that type of privilege. And when they go to TDC, man, you know what I'm saying? This is what they have. You know what I'm saying? You get 3 hots in a cot and a motherfucking color TV. That'll do it for some motherfucking people. So he focused in on the motherfucking TV, right? So bam, literally he know that this motherfucking Mexican is in the cut. Watching every move he make, right? He in the cut. So bam. Now, and I don't even know where he fucking brewed it up at. I don't know if he brought the shit to the day room or he brewed it up over there in the corner, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't know where he brewed it up at. But he introduced it to T.Y. Fucked him up. I mean, he fucked him up. Have you ever seen motherfucking plastic milk when fire get up under it? Listen to what I'm about to tell you. Just listen and picture this shit. Picture this shit, man. And for some people, the shit might be graphic. I'm warning you, right? So anyway, T.Y. sitting up there doing his thing, watching TV, man, and lo and behold, guess what? Him and the Mexican go to goddamn me, having a little chit chat, you know what I'm saying? And before you know it, man, but nobody wasn't paying attention. Nobody wasn't paying attention. There's 2 motherfuckers talking in the day room, right? Before you know it, you hear the loudest scream that I've ever heard, right? And that motherfucking scream was a scream of pain, man. It was like in slow motion. Boom! That shit hit him in his motherfucking face. And when I say hit him in his motherfucking face, he went to motion back. I'm watching this shit like in slow motion, something like in the motherfucking Matrix, man. He went back, did a little turn, as if the fool had some more shit in the cup. Nah, but it was a one-shotter. Hit him with it, boom. He turned his face, and when he come back, all you can hear was motherfucking screams. And to make it even worse, because he didn't know what the fuck was going on, right? He had been fucking with this TV for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? So he put the worst thing he could do was put his motherfucking hand in his face. So he put his hand in his face, right? When he put his hand in his face and went to rub and doing all that shit, when he brought his hands back down, that motherfucker didn't have nothing but skin in it. His whole motherfucking face was peeling. This is my first time ever seeing up underneath a motherfucking face, right? Magic shave, bleach, and hot water will fuck you up. It fucked him up. His worst day of his life in prison, right? It peeled his whole face, peeled his motherfucking, the skin off his ears, his fucking lips was goddamn bleeding, and his motherfucking eyebrows, all that shit was gone, right? And on top of that, right, The fool had a lock around a belt, right? He had a lock around a belt. He beat the fuck out of T.Y. He beat the fuck out of T.Y. That's the consequences and the repercussions of fucking with that one-eyed monster. That's why I call it the one-eyed monster. It's the most evil thing in motherfucking prison. That fucking TV, right? So when you hear stories about people going in their room and watching TV and all that shit, yeah, they could do that shit now because it's 3 TVs in the day room, right? But on this particular day, that one motherfucking TV was the worst thing that could have ever happened to T.Y., man. Magic shade, bleach, and hot water fucked him up, right? The first time I ever seen a man face peel like it was plastic. Never knew it could happen. I've seen all type of shit happen in prison, man, but I never ever seen a man get introduced to magic shade, hot water, and bleach. Can you imagine that? I couldn't, but that's what happened that day, man. Never knew what happened to T.Y. after that, man, because they shipped his ass off and they locked the motherfucking Mexican guy up. But I will say this. I did see T.Y. In the motherfucking infirmary, and he was wrapped up like the motherfucking mummy. Have everybody watched The Mummy? That's how he was wrapped up. They had so much gall around his motherfucking head. Only thing you could see was his motherfucking eyes peeping out, right? He was fucked up. That's what happened when you fucking around with that one-eyed monster in that day room. You never know what kind of shit you might run into fucking with it. So that's the story of the one-eyed monster and T.Y., man. He got introduced to magic shade, hot water, and bleach. The motherfucking mass destruction weapon that was used in prison when a motherfucker want to fuck you up. Always remember to hit that like and that subscribe. And hit that thumbs up, man. And we're going to keep fucking around with these Cellie Stories, man. Once again, OG Hollywood, Cellie Stories. Salute.